was
camping rave.
a camping rave in the middle of the woods in the cuts.
And I was walking, I heard somebody call, Joe, Joe. And I'm like, who the hell knows me in the woods?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's Miles.
My name is Miles Bartlett. I'm a personal trainer and a musician.
Oh, yeah. And who are you?
I'm Joe. What do you mean?
Oh, occupation. Oh, you're just about.
Can barely hear you speak. Sick fuck.
I'm not, yeah, I don't know what's wrong.
He's not sick. He's just losing his voice.
Yeah. Ruben came over the other night, and then he left, and then this happened.
Esophagus issues.
It's going to be a good video. I already know it.
All right. How do you know Joe?
I met Joe at Millennium Sports Club, which is now In Shape, in like 2011, 2012. Or maybe a little bit after that, huh?
No, I think it was because I was the assistant fitness manager at 24 on Fulton and Hurley. No, you're right, 2012.
2012, yeah.
Because I got out of prison in 2011. So 2012.
So a year after I started going to raves, I met Joe.
And I did not.
And he was not raving at the time because he had just gotten out of jail, which I don't even think I knew that at the time.
No.
He started working at the gym. He was working at 24-hour and at In Shape, which I guess he wasn't allowed to do at the time.
I was trying to make more money. And I was going to school still.
Yeah, he was living in Sac. He started getting a lot of clients and, building his portfolio really quick, and I was always impressed by that. And we didn't talk after he stopped working there for like 10 years, till 10 years later, till like a few years ago. And I ran into him at a music festival in the woods.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bonfire?
No, what was the name of it?
I don't remember the name of it, but it was
Camping Rave.
a camping rave in the middle of the woods in the cuts.
And I was walking, I heard somebody call, Joe, Joe. And I'm like, who the hell knows me in the woods?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's Miles.
It's like, what's up, dude?
Middle of nowhere.
It's like, I came here by myself. And he's like, you're not by yourself anymore. Let's party.
Oh yeah, when we first met, I didn't do anything. I didn't drink, I didn't do anything. I was on parole still.
But when I met up with him at the rave, he was down to party.
Yep.
Rave.
The one
The one in the woods.
Oh, that
Yeah.
one. Okay.
Yep.
And then we kind of kept in touch. He invited me out to a couple clubs, and a few nights he went out with Andrea, and I brought my girlfriend, and started hanging out a little bit, and here we are filming this YouTube channel now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We still kept in touch here and there because when I left Millennium, I left him quite a bit of clients, so I still kept in touch with them here and there.
Yeah, he left me hella clients, which was nice.
Yeah. Yep.
Where's Millennium? Or where was it?
It's off of Ponderosa.
In Shingle Springs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyways, that's how we know each other.
That's how I know Joe.
And how has he impacted your life or influenced?
One of the things he's done to influence my life is he let me live here for a few months with you guys, and
Technically, it was us first.
it was This was before he met Tina, but yeah,
You were the OG.
that was a huge impact. That was a huge impact on my life because I really got to work on music and not worry about bills for a while, which was huge. That's like one of the biggest things anyone's ever done for me.
Yeah.
And he told me to up my prices for personal training and when I dog sit too, and just put more value on my time. And I've never really been good at money, but I think I'm a lot better at it now. I'm definitely not like a master at it. I'm still learning, but I've definitely gotten more consistent with it. And that's honestly helped me out spiritually and brought me more peace because now I don't have to worry about that as much. I still kind of like catch myself worrying about it, having a little bit of anxiety, but I'm finally getting to a point where I'm more comfortable financially, and I've never had that before in my life, before meeting him. and it kind of like slowly snowballed after moving in with him here till now. Now I'm a little more comfortable with it, and I'm doing better. So I think with music, I think it's all tied in together, really. So with music and financially, he's impacted me a ton. I think just living with him and kind of feeding off of his energy, I see how much of like a workhorse he is, where he just, no matter what, he's there for the people around him, and doesn't matter how he's feeling, he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna show up anyways. And you know, I've definitely, you know, fed off of that, and I think I'm a little more like that as well. I still take a lot more time to myself more than he does. Like if I'm really not feeling it, I need time to myself, then I'll say, hey, I can't show up to whatever I was invited to, you know.
Yeah.
And he's just a good guy. He's very loving, and I'm proud to say he's my friend, and he feels like a brother. And yeah, I'm happy I got to meet him, and I'm glad the way we reconnected and still keep in touch and building this channel. That's why I show up a lot for him, because he showed up for me when I really needed some help. And yeah, life's better. Life's a lot better now.
So like you look like you're gonna cry.
It can always, life can always get better.
Yeah.
I think I do my part sometimes. Sometimes we had this conversation before. How do I go from not enabling somebody but helping somebody? And I'm having a hard time navigating through that.
Yeah.
You know, like people asking me for money, a lot. You know, whether if it's family members or friends. Sometimes I wonder if they think about the stuff that I'm going through. You know, like I confide Tina about, or just because I have it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm able to give it out, but I still do sometimes. But
Yeah.
and then when I don't, I feel bad about it. So I feel like I do. You know, I got a trip to Romania coming up. I got an excess amount in rent that I got to pay, utilities, phone, just my DUI. You know, like still charging.
Yeah. You just wonder if they think about you in that way, like, hey, is Joe okay, actually?
Sometimes I wonder.
Yeah.
People ask, they send me a message like, hey, is everything okay? And I'm not one to sit there and be like, oh, financially I'm kind of strapped. Or I had a friend of mine reach out when I sent the message about, he was stuck and homeless. I'm not exactly sure what was going on, but
Yeah.
I just felt like it was just like one after another, after another, after another. I mean, I know so many people, and maybe just people assume. I got a client, she thinks I'm a trust fund baby.
Really?
Yeah, when I'm not. I'm not a trust fund
You're
baby.
opposite.
Yeah, I got out of prison with $200, and I took that $200 and I ran. I used part of it for bus fare so that I can get to my sister.
Did they give that to you?
Yeah, when you get out of prison, you get $200, and I don't know how much you. Yeah, you get $200, and then you have to buy a ticket to the bus station. So there goes 30. So then you got 170 left. Like what are you gonna do with $170? But when I interviewed all the people, I knew that I needed money right away. So
Yeah.
I looked at his situation, and I was like, well, I was in that predicament one time where I needed somewhere to stay. I needed help. My sister helped me out. She didn't charge me for rent, but those other things that I did to pay her back. Like I cleaned, I did the dishes. I was clean. I didn't make a mess. I was trying to act like I wasn't really there. I left hella early, came back late. So I didn't want to run up utilities. Those things that I did to be very conscious about my presence there. I only stayed there for a brief period, and then I moved out, and I never looked back. But it hasn't been easy. I've just been grinding the whole entire time.
Yeah.
That's why I worked at Millennium, then I worked at 24, and I went to school. Like I slept very little. I guess I'm fortunate where I don't require a lot of sleep.
Yeah.
Like when I worked for 24, I started I took clients as early as 5 a.m. They get off to like 8. So 5 to 8, 6 days a week. Then most of my days were booked, packed. Like when John came in, he was like, he has more clients than I even want. You know what I mean? I just like
It's a
collecting.
good problem to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to your point, you take a lot more time for you, and maybe that's why I'm run down or under the weather, because I don't take a whole lot of time for me. I'm just like constantly on the go, but I'm always thinking about the things that I want to do, and maybe I want to help people. So if you're always on the go and you want to help people, how am I supposed to help people if I don't help myself, or if I
Yeah.
don't level up? Like, I don't ever want to ask for help from anyone ever again, financially. I just don't want to do it.
Same. Yeah.
I've been there, and I think
It
that's
doesn't
a lot.
feel good. Yeah.
It doesn't. At some point, you got to stand on your own 2 feet. Like, both of my parents are dead. I can't. Where am I gonna go?
Yeah.
Am I gonna go back with my sister? We have a different lifestyle. I just can't do that.
Yeah.
And then I'd be embarrassed. So I'm honored to help people, but lately, I sometimes I question, am I getting taken advantage of?
It could be.
At what point do I say no? You know, or do I enable?
No. Well, like you said before, you've helped people out before, and they end up just staying on your couch and not doing shit. So,
True story.
I mean, that's what you told me before, and I was like, I'm not gonna waste this opportunity you're giving me. I took every cent I made, I put into music, and because I didn't have to pay rent living here, and now I'm doing the same thing and paying rent. So I would say it's helped me out tremendously, and yeah, it's been good, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love
He hooked me up with my new roommate that I have. It's worked out well. And
Yeah.
tons of different connections.
Yeah, I had a feeling it would, just because they're both into music. Adam's very creative. His mind's very fascinating. He's always thinking about opportunities and business ventures, and he has the means, he has the hustle. So I was like, oh, it's gonna be a really good fit. I think in his new house, he's building a studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a good connection.
He wants to throw DJ parties and all kinds of shit at his house.
Does
So
he?
yeah, I saw the layout of it. It looks sick.
Yeah,
Oh,
same
yeah.
same thing with Ruben. You know, he bought the racetrack, and he wants to throw events. And I connected him with my other client that's a event planner. So now they're in the works and talking. So
Yeah. I've always been fascinated with people that get out of prison too. Like, I feel like I know more people that have got out of prison and started doing super well for their lives, like more than people that have come out and, you know, are losers. Like I know a ton of people that come out and I'm just like, how the fuck are they so successful? So, you know, he's kind of told me, I've always talked to people that have gotten out of the pen, but he's kind of told me a little bit more about where he just came from, and he's like, all right, I gotta survive. I've gotten so much free time has been taken from me that I gotta make something of my life, so I'll do whatever it takes, whether it's cleaning houses or personal training. And he loves fitness. Before he had to work out to survive, now he's helping a ton of people, and more than just fitness. And how does it feel to work throughout the day being a trainer? You feel like you're at home? Does it feel like it's exhausting, or does it feel
no,
good?
I feel fulfilled every now and then. I get down on myself, like the person I was messaging. I sometimes I take it personal, like are they not listening to me? I want them to listen to me, but I don't want to discredit all of their hard work. But I just know what it takes to get phenomenal results. And then you put it very eloquently. You have a level of fitness that the majority of the people want to attain, where
Yeah.
the majority of the people are overweight and they just want to be healthy.
Yeah.
And as competitors, we're already healthy, and then we want to go from, well, how do we be unhealthy? Let's be unhealthy by being
To look better.
super shredded. Well, that's
Yeah.
very unhealthy.
Yeah.
It's not.
There's health and fitness, and then there's competing.
Yeah, it's very extreme. So every now and then you come across people, and you know that they look good. Like you look pretty good, but they want to look better. So then they have to do extreme things. But doing extreme things doesn't compare to what the normal says to do.
So to get in normal shape, it's doable to be super shredded. You gotta.
It's extreme.
There's some
Yeah.
suffering you gotta go through.
It's a lot of suffering, just like in prison. Yeah, that's why I gravitated probably towards this sport. Because it's just a little reminder.
Yeah.
If you can do this, you can do a lot of things in life.
Yeah, for sure.
And then doing it consistently is very impressive. Like Desiree, she's been doing it for years. very impressive. You know, to do one or two, but to do it year and year, year after year, it's like being a trainer. You can be a phenomenal trainer for 6 months, a year, but to do it consistently. I mean, I've been out for since 2011. It's 2024, and I haven't looked back even during the pandemic. So I've been at 10 facilities. Like, I got it down.
Yeah.
I don't need to ask somebody how to be a good trainer and capitalize off of it. You help people. How do you be a good trainer? Just help more people.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm a better trainer after living here, but I don't know if I just put more into it or what. He's never been like, hey, train people this way, but I just feel like I'm a better trainer now after living here, and I don't know. I just give more care to my clients, and
Your mindset change.
yeah, I got a different mindset. Even if it's just watching a few different like YouTube channels and picking up some new shit and being like, hey, this is what I tried today, or training with a new trainer, trying to level up my fitness game a little bit,
Yeah.
or doing kickboxing or whatever, and then be like, it's just little things. Even just filming him do a workout, which we'll have a video up soon. He did like
Titty pump.
yeah, he did a chest pump. Just little things I picked up off of there too kind of helped me out with my clients. I'm like, okay, I've always known everyone's range of motion is different, but just because I like to go all the way up and all the way down, maybe that's not key. But what I found for most of my clients, that actually does work for them. But if they want to just kind of do shorter ranges of motion like he does, then that might be a better benefit for them too, or just changing the grip on the bench press. Little things like that I've picked up off of just by being with other people that are into fitness. It just kind of rubs off on you. So I've always hung out with people that I feel like aren't very successful. So I think just like from an energy standpoint, I think just being around somebody that is, I think that's rubbed off on me. They didn't even have to give me a how-to guide to level up my game. I think just being like, you know,
Around them.
yeah,
Yeah.
you are who you hang around, or whatever they
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. you're a product of your own environment.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that. You're a product of your
Yeah.
environment. Well, yeah.
Product of your environment's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, today was just our little first one. The difference between the stuff I did in prison and the stuff I do now, like how I even started. That was his idea. We should just start doing stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I guess we can take it a bunch of different ways. I'll get that in a minute. That's just my thing beeping. I gotta blow. I got 15 minutes. But to his point, I always, and this is no offense to anybody that's watching this, but if you're gonna try to give me advice about building muscle and you're not muscular, I'm probably not gonna listen to you.
Yeah.
I'm just not. I don't care how much knowledge you have. If you're not currently doing it, I'm probably not gonna listen to you. So I hear a lot of stuff out there about full depth, non-depth, heavy, don't go heavy, joints. And then I'm 45, so if you're 20, you can't tell me how to train my body at 45 because it takes longer to recover. I've sustained more injuries in prison. Both of my AC joints are calcified from repetitive range of motion. I've been attacked. I got a rib that's dislocated. There's a number of factors about my body that most people don't know about. I do. And I just push my body past its limit. So full range of motion, going all the way up. The fact of the matter is you want to get bigger muscles. You got to keep tension on it, whatever that means. You want to do slow. You want to do fast. You want to do no breaks. And then if you want to get stronger, it's neurological. You got to lift heavy weight. Sorry. You ain't going to get stronger just lifting 20s and 30s for 50 reps.
You got to constantly increase.
Yeah, so there's a progressive, there's a... Everybody's different. There's a book there that I read in prison. I think I read that like 3 times.
The bodybuilding book?
The bodybuilding book. And those are all pro bodybuilders. Every single one of their chest workouts was different.
Yeah.
All their leg workouts were different. I'm like, oh, so there's multiple ways to get to the same destination. Got it.
And then you were able to,
Then I take all these certifications, and all these certifications claim that
full range.
this is the way to do it. And I'm like, well, funny, all these people are skinny and scrawny. That's demonstrating this exercise, yet these people are huge, and they look a certain way. Maybe I think I'm gonna try this approach. So
yeah, we both went to Bryan College too, which is a personal training school that it only exists online right now, right?
Yeah.
But before it was like Bryan College is a personal training school.
Yeah.
But when we went, it was in
person.
Yeah, and we'd spend a lot of time at CalFit going over form. But yeah, I noticed that too, because she was telling us how bad this guy's form was, but he was super jacked. She was like, yeah, he has terrible form. I'm like, yeah, but look at Look how big he is. Look how big you are, teacher. You're not that big, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, there's anatomy,
something to
there's
that.
book smart, and then there's practical application, especially
Yeah.
working with.
It was still a
thousands
good
of
school,
people
though.
now.
I think it was still a great school, though.
Yeah, that's where I met John and yeah, John Bauer. Also, Rex was there, and
What did you think about that school?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I got straight A's because I knew all the information. I just had to take a test. I read all this stuff when I was away.
Yeah.
Right, little bowl.
It's good shit.
That's right.
What are you looking forward to in the future when you get off your ankle monitor?
Oh, we're gonna go to San Francisco.
Nice.
We're gonna get a suite, celebrate a birthday. Then her birthday is the following weekend.
You're September, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
September babies.
yeah, Blake is first. He wants to go out, and then her birthday, and then I'm going to New York with Steve and Ruben, and then my show in November.
Nice. What do you want to say about me?
I really wish that your schedule was more structured.
Yeah, he wants to know when we can already film next week, and I'm like, it's the only time I ignore him. I'm like, I'm not getting back to him. Like, that's next week.
Next week.
So he has to know what his week's gonna look like, and that's how my best friend is too, who's also a personal trainer. So my clients will let me know like day of sometimes, and he was like, "There's no way he would ever do that." So
Too spontaneous.
yeah.
Good job.
So Joe needs a little bit more structure.
Joe
How
has
about
something next year
how
at
about
this time.
No, not next year.
how about 10 o'clock on Tuesday for the gym video? Are you talking about for interview?
Either one.
We can lock in 10 o'clock on
I
Tuesday.
have to check my schedule.
See,
It's
he's
all
fucking up.
It's all in my.